Andy and Dave Daly right here on the Muskegon Channel. I'm Andy O'Reilly. Dave Cackley's over there limbering things up. He's getting ready to rock and roll. It's a Thursday. We got a little winter weather coming.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, I do.
I don't. It doesn't bother me at all.
I hate it.
First of all, it's going to be a dusting of snow. It's going to be nothing.
You don't know that.
And then, yeah, I do.
It could be Armageddon.
November still.
It could be Snowmageddon.
It
could be the end of the world. You don't know these, Dave. You don't know. You're not Aaron Offsire.
Yeah, I'm not. You're right.
You're
right.
Look, you're the one driving around in a 1991 Crown Victoria or whatever.
It's a 2001 Grand Marquis. I'm not going to correct you again. And it's great in the winter. This is the best It's the best winter weather vehicle I've ever owned. It's great.
Okay, well, fine.
And it heats up. That's what I love because it's an old people car. Yeah. So you crank the heat on that. You let it run for like a minute and a half. You get in there, it's like 80 degrees.
Wow.
You can't wear. You got to be in shirt sleeves when you get in that.
Nice.
It's
flip flops. Little Jimmy Buffett going on your 8-track player in there.
It's summertime inside the Grand Marquis.
Love it.
I'm telling you, it's beautiful.
Cooler full of Coronas right next to you where you're driving along.
No, do that. Come on, who do you think I am? Scotchmen don't behave that way.
Of course not.
We say that for the bar and the kickback.
You know what I couldn't get over yesterday?
Look at everybody.
I had kind of an easy day yesterday, so I spent a lot of time just watching Facebook and the afterglow of the election and all this other kind of stuff.
Uh-huh.
I cannot get over the amount of irrational fear-mongering over this legalized marijuana stuff that is still going on Facebook.
I don't get that.
Ted Nugent yesterday. Michigan's turning itself into another California. What cultural suicide have they just committed?
Well, Ted's given to hyperbole sometimes, you know. I like Ted, but yeah, he's just this guy there.
He's out of his mind.
No,
you like Ted?
I love Ted. Ted's a super smart guy. He goes a little over the top at times, but you want to hear a really interesting. Joe Rogan's a big time pothead. He had Nugent on his podcast a few months back, back over the summertime. It was fantastic.
Really?
That is a must listen. Joe Rogan interviewing Ted Nugent for like hour and a half, maybe.
Wow.
It was great. It was really, really got into the Amboy Duke stuff, and then their disagreements on marijuana, which was really, because Joe Rogan's a super smart guy in addition to being really funny.
Right. Yeah.
And Ted Nugent, when it comes to being an advocate for gun rights and gun safety and all that stuff, he just knows more than almost anybody he's going to talk to on the subject of guns. So it's fascinating. It was really it was something you would like. Trust me, you would like.
All right, well, I'll consider it.
All right.
Why don't you roll some news here, and I will. I'll be ready for something I like.
And inject when needed or when wanted. Whatever.
That's what I'll do.
All right. 13 people are dead after a shooting at a Los Angeles area bar on Wednesday night. A gunman opened fire at the Borderline Bar and Grill in Thousand Oaks just after 11 p.m. Pacific time. 12 people were killed before the shooter eventually turned the gun on himself. Terrorism is not being ruled out. It's hard to jump to that, although that's kind of like our knee-jerk reaction most of the time. Just one of those, wait and see. But
dude, realistically, no matter what the guy was up to, if it was flat out, imported terrorism from some other country, they wanted to, or he was just a jilted lover, or he was just pissed off at the world. This is terrorism. I mean, look at it any way you want, and you can, no matter the guy's reason, it's still terrorism.
Right, and it's still, it goes back to. And
you don't have to be a jihadist to create a terror situation.
Right. You're absolutely right.
So it's terrorism, period.
Yeah, and I don't and they just I bang my head against a wall talking to anybody about this. Well, what do we do? How can we prevent it? Now, we've talked about fortifying soft targets, but at the end of the day, and I firmly believe this, this is a crazy person who doesn't care about the ramifications of his actions. So there's no defense against what this person does.
Nope.
Because they don't care what happens to them. He was going to go out in a blaze of glory. I think one of the problems is, and I debated, and I've got second thoughts on even reporting the story, because it's as newsworthy as it is. I mean, this is what these people want.
Yeah.
Before they go out. Hey, I'm famous. Now I'm dead, but I'm famous.
Right. I know.
And, I don't know what was broken inside this guy that made him do this. And you just throw your hands up. Nothing you can do. Feel
Crazy,
awful
crazy.
for people, but crazy. President Donald Trump fired Attorney General Jeff Sessions on Wednesday. Sessions will be replaced by Matthew Whitaker. Now, Whitaker is expected to take charge of the Russia investigation. Whitaker has been openly critical of special counsel Robert Mueller. Democrats are calling on him to recuse himself. He's not going to do it. This is a fight that honestly, now I think he should recuse himself. But
Right.
I always go back to the politics of this, and it's a winning message. It's these battles always go Trump's way. Politically, it's always the right thing to do, even if it seems like it's not. Politically, it's the right move. He's not going to recuse himself, and Democrats are going to be pissed about it, and rightfully so. I totally understand that, but he wants a fight, and he's going to get a fight, and he wants loyalty, and this guy's going to be loyal to him. And they got 2 more seats in the Senate, so they're going to be able to ram through anybody they want in that position. So that's where we're at.
I like loyalty too. I tend to stick pretty loyal to the people that are around me, as we've all seen.
Right.
Especially those that are like cancer on my career. But
Man.
the reality of this thing is that nobody's above the law, and
Right.
if you try to jockey the pawns in your game around you to protect you, doesn't that kind of stink?
It does stink. It doesn't.
Doesn't that kind of? Dude, that's.
But there are
that,
those who
that
view
reeks.
this. But
That
there are
really
those who
stinks.
I totally understand that, but there are those who view this as a witch hunt. I don't think it's necessarily a witch hunt at all. I think there's anything really there that's provable? No, I don't. But let them keep investigating. I think the
If
idea
there's nothing
that
there to find, then what are you worried about?
Right, because it's going to be something else. Because he's not. I don't know that he's worried about it. I think he might be worried about them finding something else out. Who knows? You can't get inside this guy's head. I can't.
Right.
But I've said this before. Separating what somebody should do from what the politically advantageous thing is to do from his standpoint, fight him. You fight him on it, because every time he fights, he comes out ahead. Every single time.
Mm-hmm.
There's no winning a fight with Trump. There just isn't. It's amazing. It's an amazing thing for me, from an outsider who rides the fence between both parties, to just watch that and just kind of shake my head and go, wow,
Crazy.
this is amazing. It's amazing, but it's fun. It's a fun watch.
It's not.
Yeah, it is, man. Come on.
I'm not amused, man. It's
like
not
watching-
fun for me. This is not
Well,
not
okay,
fun
but
to
does
me.
it
I'm
really
sorry.
Let me ask you: does it really bother you? Are you like? Are you kept up at night because Trump?
Am
is
I
doing
kept up at
Trump
night?
things?
No. But
No,
the
you're not.
overall times that we live in right now, yes, it does bother me a lot. We
live in the best
are
times
not
of
who we
all
are right
time.
now. And I'll tell you what, it goes a little deeper than that. You can say that it was time for a harder edge president and more focused on the USA and all this other kind of stuff. But here's the thing. Our national demeanor is dictated from the top down. Okay. It really
think
is.
so.
And the way that we talk to each other and the way that we communicate with each other, and it's like, remember the guy that called you a cancer on my career?
Yeah, he's a douche. He's a douchebag.
Okay, great. But
Yeah.
and you remember how he treated everybody?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
You-
spreading.
yeah.
Okay, that mentality is spreading across the entire country right now, because that's what we're being seen and shoveled.
I don't think it is spreading.
I
across the
really
country.
do. I feel it,
There
and I
are
know it.
individuals. Look, there are individuals who are dicks, and there are individuals who are decent people, and that's always been the case. Always will be the case. Now, people aren't impacted. I really has the way you treat people or interacted with people changed?
Not me,
I'm not
but
in separate. I'm saying get rid of off social media. I'm talking about people you come into contact with physically on a day-to-day basis, people you see on the street, people you meet at the hockey game, wherever. Has any of that changed? I don't think it
Not for
has.
me,
I think
but that's just me.
and I don't think it's changed for most people.
Well,
Most
I'm
people
telling you.
aren't really impacted by this. It's just
I'm
a
telling
show.
you that our national
social
demeanor
media-
is changing, and it's
on
not for the
social
better.
media, yes, but not in person, not in reality. In the fake world of Twitter and Facebook, it changes. Absolutely. But in the real world, it doesn't.
Watch
In the
and
real
see.
world, we treat each other fine. Everybody gets along better than they ever have. We really don't have any real problems anymore. We really don't. We reach for problems. We pretend. We have fake outrage. But at the end of the day, we're not
Okay.
losing any sleep over this stuff. We're just not. New grocery store set to open in downtown Muskegon. Boomtown Market will sell groceries, beer, and wine at its location on Western Avenue. An official opening date has not been set, but this is a long time in coming, isn't it?
Yeah.
You got to, I think Grand Rapids suffers from this too. They not having really, not having a grocery, a place you can go and
But
just
they
get
got,
groceries.
there's the
They
farmers
have
market
a couple
down there.
of markets, but not.
They got the new Meyer thing down in Grand Rapids.
Okay. Here's where you just crap all over my point.
I'm not really.
But-
I mean, I'm just.
No, you
maybe
are.
you
But
didn't stop
because
and
it's
think of
true.
it.
They've just started. Yeah, they got the new one, I think, on Bridge Street, which I guess is pretty good. But that's far. That's too far for me to walk when I'm downtown. And so I like. It's good. It's just good to have a. It's good to have a market. There should be more. My point is, with all the activity downtown, if you want to draw more people to downtown, it's good to have a place where you can go and buy a loaf of bread.
Here's my
Or in
question.
my case, or some meats.
Here's my
some
question.
meat.
How often are you downtown and needing to walk to a market?
I am not, but for the people who are downtown, I think it's a good
Yeah, but
idea.
you just said
A lot
when
of
I'm in
people live
downtown and I need to get.
If I needed to get, like, if I decided I wanted a rotisserie chicken, it would be nice to go somewhere and get a rotisserie chicken.
Well,
That's
you
all I'm
can,
saying.
but you're not downtown.
Well, I can now. Yeah, but well, if now that I'm, next time I go to downtown Muskegon and Boomtown Market is open, I can go there and I could get a chicken
Wouldn't that be
if I
nice?
so desired.
So there you go. Come to Muskegon more,
There
not
you
downtown
go.
Grand Rapids. Come here.
Okay, there
That's
you
what I
go.
want.
All right then.
See?
Sports. Pistons beat the Magic 103-96. Latest college football poll rankings. The extended version has been released. Alabama #1, followed by Clemson and Notre Dame at 2 and 3. Michigan in #4. So if the season ended today, they would get steamrolled by Alabama in the playoff game. If you're a Michigan fan, this is what you need. You need to run the table and hope you move up to #3. Because you move up to #3, you can end up in the national championship game. Sure, you're going to get steamrolled in that by Alabama. Nobody
You don't
beats
know that.
Bama. Roll damn tide. Oh, yes, I do.
Oh, no, you
I
don't.
put money on nobody. I got money on nobody coming within 2 touchdowns of Bama. It's
Okay.
just not happening. But I think Michigan would lose by a respectable 17 points to Alabama right now. Absolutely. Ohio State, by the way, coming in at 10. Michigan State 18. Ohio State and Sparty face off at the Horseshoe on Saturday. Kickoff for that noon. So there you go.
You know what I
That's
saw yesterday? I was
What?
flipping through Facebook, and you know how they always got, like, you can get deals on tickets for different things and all that other kind of stuff. Pistons ticket, $7. And I thought to myself,
Man.
wow, you're going to
It's
pay
just-
3 times that for parking to get down there to see a Pistons game,
Yeah.
but $7, man, you can come in and see. I don't get the NBA. I don't get it.
See, I don't get. I'd say I watch it. I'm a casual NBA fan during the regular season. Come playoff time, I love it. It's hoops at the highest level. So
Goes back to 7th and 8th grade basketball for me.
yeah,
No thanks.
You still have.
When you're
You have
chunk
traumatic
playing 7th
stress
and 8th
from-
grade basketball, life isn't.
Please don't throw me the ball.
Shovel. Boo. Have a great Thursday.
See ya.